What's up? I gotta be quick doing this. Look, my bad for, the big gap in uploads. Look, I'm just trying to save up, for a camera and all that good editing software and gear I can pick up. So, look, you can tell by the title, and the reason why I said I gotta hurry is because, well, I'm graduating today. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't get it during because everything happened so quickly, but hey, we made it.
Hey.
Yo, we made it though. Hey, 12, 13 years, but we made it.
I know.
We had to walk all the way back because this man forgot the one thing we came for in his seat.
Shut up.
Bro, I'm just glad they said my name right, to be honest. Because the whole year people been saying my name wrong, so I'm just happy, man. But dude, we finally did this though. What's up? Now, look, I know there's been some crazy jumps and gaps in the footage and everything. I started off, I was in the car, my truck, picking up a friend. We were gonna go to graduation together because he lives like 2 houses down. So, we were just going to graduation together. Then the next video was like after the whole thing happened, which I'll get to describing everything and how I feel about that. But this is not gonna be that long of a video. I really wanted to make this just because, like, it's just crazy to me. Like, I'm done with high school. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm blessed, honestly, to have such an amazing, like, family and friend group. Speaking of friends, dude, I just finished making a video for this little compilation that my friend's little brother and his family is doing for him because he's going into the military and everything, and they're wanting to get just a bunch of friends and people that he knows to make stuff to like send him off and everything. So I just finished doing that. And by the way, this video is, I say, like a week after I graduated, and it's get that glare out of here, man. And it's like a week or so after, only because it was crazy just when everything happened. So, let me explain. When we, first got in the truck and everything, we were heading down there and, we were driving. We get to the senior parking lot for the school, and everybody's sitting there. We're talking, we're having fun, and all of a sudden, people in their cap and gowns just start getting out of the cars. And we're still like 20, 30 minutes early, and I wanted to get there at a good time, get a good spot, because I know the kids at my school can't drive like that, and I just wanted to park like away from everybody just so I know I'll be able to get in, get out, whatever. So, we get to the practice field and everything, and they sat us there for like, I want to say a good hour, maybe a little bit longer. I don't even know. But like, I remember they told us, they were like, hey, usually if this was not like a quarantine thing, we'd have you practice for like 4 hours earlier in the day, and then we'd have you here tonight, go over like one more time, and then we get through it. Nah, they told us, they're like, hey, we're just gonna tell you guys what order you're gonna go in. And like, the order they told us was, one person walked down each row. Hey, listen for this name. It's like the last person in this row, and that's when you guys get up and start walking. And we're like, all right, cool. So, then now we're just talking, whatever. We're having a good time. I got very lucky because my row, it was like 19 out of 30 some rows. So I was kind of somewhere in the middle like that. But I was, like I said, I was very lucky because I had a good friend I made from like football on one side, and I had a good friend I made just from talking and everything on the other side. So, it was an easy time for me. I was just chilling, talking to people walking up to me. We were just, whatever. It was a great time. So after that little thing, we say, oh my gosh, it's getting blurry. I just need to pick a spot, don't I? Look. So then it's like, look, all right, it's time for the actual thing. So we're getting ready and we're going, and all of a sudden it's just like, hey, this is happening. Now look, if you know me personally, or like, I'm very like, for example, like this whole graduation thing, everybody's like, oh, how you feel? I'm just like, it's okay. Like, I already finished. Like, we already turned in our books, our laptops. I already did my last couple of assignments. I'm already done with high school. It's whatever. Like, I'm not a big person on like event phone stop recording because apparently I don't have enough space. But deleted some stuff. Now I got space. So pick up where I left off. I'm not that big on like certain events. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm melodramatic with stuff like that, but I'm very just like, okay, like it is what it is. Like, I just kind of go with the flow with a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to get better at that because I realize that to other people it could seem like I'm, what's the word? I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm very non-appreciative of what's happening, and I really don't want people to think that of me. So I'm trying to change that fact, but it just was what it was. So, and I felt bad because somebody said something to me when they were like, "We know you don't care, but can you please?" And I was like, "Oh shoot," because a lot of times I'll be like, "I don't care," and like I'm cool with whatever, And they were like that, and it kind of hit me. I was like, "Wait a minute, I gotta change it because that's the last thing I want people to feel is that I don't care." Because I do. It's just I'm fine with doing it however it needs to be done. That's what I mean. I don't care about. So like, oh, do you want to do this or that? And I'm like, I don't care. It's whatever. I have to do one of them or both, so I'm fine. But I realize I have to change that. So going into this, I had I was just chill the whole time, and then we got to the part where we had to walk on the field, and I was cool. I was just fine walking there. I was still making jokes, talking to everybody. The gown got on my nerves because that's what it is. It's a big. The cap and gown, like I pulled it up and I just it was like around my waist at this point because I had my hands in my pockets and I was just walking, and like we saw the field. I saw a friend that I didn't see earlier. I dabbed him up. I was like, yo, we about to do this, and I started getting like steadily more excited, and we got to the field and it kind of hit me. I was like, wait a minute, this is crazy. And like all the teachers are kind of lined up and everything. They're like, oh, they're in the black gowns that teachers wear. And they're like, oh, I saw a couple teachers. I was like, oh, I remember I looked at one, I'll just say Mr. Green. I was like, Mr. Green, look, it's fine. He was like, oh yeah, Maurice, I'm proud of you. Cause y'all, like, it made me like other teachers, like I didn't get to say anything to him and I felt bad about it. But the other teacher saw me, he was like smiling, he was like, clapping. But he was like a row in front and like over, so I couldn't like walk out of the way to say, So we sat down and everything, and ceremony was under full effect, all right? Whole speeches they give in the early parts. But then they start calling names. After they're calling names, me and people to my sides were still talking, whatever. All of a sudden it starts getting dark. And then it just starts getting like windy. And we're like, okay. So I talk to the other people. I'm like, yo, is it about to rain out here? And all of a sudden we just start feeling raindrops. And I was like, well, all right, cool. So in my head, I was going through like, man, like now is when I actually started like really caring about it, because I was like, okay, I'm here. Like this is it, And it started raining, and the only thing I thought was, dude, they're either gonna push this back, go through with it during the rain, or we're just not gonna do it, and they're just gonna email the diplomas, which they're emailing diplomas now. It just would have sucked to not even get my name called, but have my diploma emailed to me and everything like that. So it's whatever. So they just started calling names like rapid. They were just, I was like, okay. They got through like 5 rows in like 3 minutes. I was like, okay, this is good. 19 finally gets up, and I'm walking up there, and it hits me. Like I'm looking in the stands, I see the parents. They live streamed my graduation, for everybody, because it was quarantine, everything. Not every family member could go because it was only the student, and we got 2 tickets to give people. So like parents or guardians or whoever was in charge of us. So my parents were there, and no other family could go because they just couldn't. It wasn't allowed. So I was looking in the stands. I couldn't find my parents, but I knew they were out there, and I was like, all right, this is for them. Because in my head, I'm like, look, I know it wasn't just me that did this, because I know for a fact, look, math has been a struggle. Look, math's been a struggle of mine for like as long as I can remember for school. But I got my stuff together, and I passed with the best math grade I've ever had in any like grade really this last year, and I was so proud of myself. At the same time, I knew that if I didn't have the teacher that I had, and if she didn't help me like the way she did, because she was an amazing educator, to be honest. I mean, sure, like you have the little teacher-student things that you might get a little annoyed at that the teacher might do or say, but at the end of the day, you have to realize that they're doing and saying that because they truly just want you to understand it and learn it. So they're not gonna spoon feed you this stuff. They want you to find it. So like some points I was like, look, just give me what I need to know. But then I had to sit back and think like, wait, she wants me to figure this out because she really just wants me to like get it down. So I was like, all right, cool. So I was just thinking of how I got here to this point, how I got to graduating, and I just got this like, feeling in your throat where it's like, ooh, like it's here, and you just get heavy, like your body just feels so heavy. So I was walking up to the stage, and I'm not gonna lie, the only thing through my head that I was thinking was just don't trip. So like I grabbed my gown like on the bottom kinda, and I picked it up a little bit through my hand, and I was walking because I was like, look, I'm not tripping and I'm not sliding, because they had this like metal kind of ramp with like some carpet or something on it, but it had already gotten wet, and the shoes I chose to wear weren't the best for like grip and everything like that. Because it was dress shoes and everything, but they were like Sperry's. I wasn't going to wear nothing like too dressy. I just wore a button-up blue shirt, khakis, and like some Sperry's. Custom Sperry's, got the blue laces, and no one else has those. But, whatever. Well, I mean, people could have those, but, you got to put in like a special order. You know what I mean. I'm trying to be original, It's not working. But, so I'm out here with the Sperry's on, walking up this ramp, and I'm really just, only thing through my head is don't trip. Don't slip, don't fall, don't do anything. I get up there, they call my name, and I smiled as big as I could. I was walking across the stage, I was looking at everything, I was like, yo, this is happening. Like, this is it. I'm done, like, officially now. This is crazy. And I grabbed the diploma. The principal had a mask on and everything. He was like, congratulations, congratulations. He looked at me and he was like, he kind of like shook his head. He was like, congratulations. And he hung the thing. I was like, dude, thank you. Like, I almost reached for his hand, but I knew like, whole corner, like he wouldn't, So I grabbed the diploma. I walked back to my seat. And as they finish calling names, they do the alma mater, which to be honest, I forgot we had one because I forgot because I don't go to like the sports stuff that my school had because, again, my bad for the cut. But I wasn't that like in love with the school to go to every like after school activity like sports and stuff like that. So I just forgot that we even had an alma mater and I didn't know anything to it. So when they sang it and like kids actually like were singing, I was like, yo, okay, cool. This is real. This is legit. We're about to be done. And out of nowhere, like they finish. And it's just dead silent, and we're all looking at each other. And you hear one of the kids just start screaming like, I forgot what he said, but he said something, and we all just got hyped. And they threw the caps in there. First of all, I don't know what, I'm not throwing my cap in the air because number one, I don't know what all these kids got going on in their hair because I heard some stories about some kids not washing themselves properly. So I was like, aha, like I didn't even toss it really. I just kind of waved it in the air. And I was like, all right, let's go, So we're walking around. And to explain the second part of the clip where I said we had to go back because he lost his thing, his diploma holder. So there's this hill, this paved hill going up to the school, like senior parking lot from the football field. And we're almost up the hill, and he looks at me, he's like, Maurice. I was like, yeah, what's going on? He goes, Maurice. And I was just like, did you forget it? And he was like, yeah, we got to go back. Cool, fine. So we walked back to the thing. Mind you, I was tired at this point. I unzipped my whole gown. I had my hand like in my pocket. Like I was chilling for real now because I was like, look, I got what I need, got what I came for. I'm done. This is what it is. Like I was just so like I was taking everything in at the time. So it was exciting, but at the same time, it was like, it kind of hit, because I was like, yo, it's about to get real. And I'm not going to lie, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of the people who's going to be like stressing, like, oh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Where? That's not me. I'm very like I said earlier, I'm very just like smooth with it. Like I'll kind of go with the flow. So it's not like I was freaking out over like, oh, this is it, high school's done. But nah, I was more of the type like, okay, high school's done. It's grown time. Like I'm excited. Like I'm actually excited to see what I can do and what I will do with this now that, you know, college is coming up, and then after that, you know, what's going to happen for me and everything, which honestly is just mind blowing, all the opportunities that I have and everything. So if anything, I gotta focus on narrowing stuff down because I already know what I want to do and everything. But there's like split. Think of like a tree. You gotta climb certain branches to get to the top of the tree. I know for what I have to do, there's certain like mini things I have to kind of like do classes for to get to that point. So it's just a matter of what order and what am I going to choose to and not to do. So but other than that, I'm fine. So, you know, back to the story, you know, that was just a little why I was kind of, like I said, I was just relaxing. So, you know, we get back there, you know, it's the police officers who were there because, you know, it's a school event. They were like, what are you kids doing? Because we were the only people on the field at this point. Like, all the administrators left and everything. So the police officer was like, what are you kids doing? And he was still looking for his book. So I said, oh, my bad, officer. You know, we're just looking for his book. We'll be right off the field. Don't, you know. He was like, oh, okay, you know, wish you guys luck and congratulations. I was like, thank you guys. Have a good night. He was like, all right, you know. We look for his book. Book's nowhere to be found. We look under his chair, nowhere to be found. Because he told me, said, hey, I put it under my chair because I heard it raining and everybody was jumping around and like hugging each other. I didn't want to get stepped on, so I put it under my chair. And I was like, okay, cool. Fine, you know, do what you want with it. So he was cutting out and that's getting annoying. But I was like, hey, you know, do what you want with it. It's not like we spent 12 years trying to get this little, you know, piece of paper and the thing that holds it, you know. But put it under your chair. That's all you know. I'm not throwing any type of anything towards him. He knows I'm playing with this. So, you know, we go to look for it and nobody finds it. So finally this administrator lady walks up to the field and she's like, what are you two gentlemen doing? And we're like, oh, we're looking for his book. And she goes, would you mean this? And I'm like, okay, you know, he thanks her, whatever. She congratulates us again. We're like, okay, cool. Walking back is when I filmed the second part of when I gave the brief description of everything. And I want to apologize for not getting a full on like video thing about the whole graduation. It was honestly just a crazy thing. It just went by so fast. And two more things I'm gonna end the video. Last thing about graduation, look, like I said in the early part, I'm thankful that I was blessed with an amazing family and amazing teachers that get me this far. And I'm happy to like look back and say that high school didn't really change me like how other people, like I didn't grow, like I grew but not in like the wrong direction, if that makes sense, you know. Like as a person, I know for a fact that I am better off after than when I was before, simply because I've learned how to deal with more situations, you know, whether it's alone or with people. I've grown to accept things and learn things and love learning things, you know, and it feels good to know that in high school I didn't change on any like family members or friends like that. And I like that about me because now that I know that that happened, I know that, okay, look, this is who like I am as a person. I'm cool with you. I'm gonna be cool with you. Nothing really is gonna change that. And that's a really good feeling to have, to know that you can rely on yourself to be able to rely on others, you know, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but you know. And the second thing is, so about the channel, look, I'm gonna change the name and I'm gonna change my intro style because, to be honest, number one, the name of this channel was created by a name generator one night, like the day before school one day, and a friend, I was gonna change it earlier, and a friend was like, "No, it's unique, keep it." And I was like, "Cool." And the intros, honestly, are like, you know, whatever. But I already have a new intro made. I have a new name changed, and made and everything. So I'll make the changes soon. Thank you guys for watching and everything. You know, honestly, it's been crazy. You know, I remember starting off the whole channel, trying to do reactions and stuff. And the only reason why I haven't been doing reactions and vlogs and stuff is because honestly, I'm doing this on my phone, and I'm trying to save up, do it on like cameras and stuff like that, so it's better quality and everything. So I'm not doing it on my phone, you know. So it's better for you guys to watch. And honestly, I rewatch some of the stuff if I actually like what the video's on. So, you know, just yeah. You know, it's crazy to think that I have a video that has like thousands of views on it, you know, and it's crazy to me, you know. I feel like I did good on that part, but you know, whatever. Also, thank you guys for watching. It's been crazy. It's been real. I'm definitely going to try to keep more content coming more frequently now. And yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. It's been Lawless Light Skin. Peace.